Welcome to Man at the Tap, a podcast of Tapestry Ministries. Each episode reflects on a daily Bible reading from the Revised Common Lectionary. I'm Gloria, a fellow traveler on a spiritual journey with the Tapestry community, and we refer to the daily Bible reading as our spiritual manna. It nourishes our souls, fostering spiritual growth as we share insights and interpretations that enrich our spiritual lives. Today is Tuesday, February the 17th, 2026, the final day of the season of Epiphany, commonly known as Shrove Tuesday. The lectionary reading is from the Old Testament book of 1 Kings, chapter 19, which recounts the many troubles and trials faced by the prophet Elijah. Elijah, the fiery prophet, had all the false prophets of King Ahab and Queen Jezebel executed. When Queen Jezebel learned of this, she threatened Elijah, vowing to kill him within 24 hours. Elijah, frightened by the threat to his life, fled to the desert. There he sat beneath a bush, prayed to God to end his life, and then fell asleep. Miraculously, an angel touched and awoke him, leaving some warm bread and a jar of water. He quickly ate and drank, then lay down again. When he finally woke, he ate once more and traveled for 40 days until he reached Mount Sinai, the mountain of God. The lectionary reading is 1 Kings chapter 19, verses 9 to 18. When Elijah arrived at the mountain of God, he discovered a nearby cave and he spent the night there. He was awakened by the question, "What are you doing here, Elijah?" He responded defensively, asserting that he was the only person zealous for the Lord, and he claimed all the other prophets of God had been slain, leaving him as the only one left, and they were also trying to kill him. Elijah heard a voice calling him to step out of the cave and stand on the mountain before the Lord, as the Lord was soon to pass by. However, Elijah was too frightened to leave the cave. A powerful wind, along with an earthquake and fire, seemed to tear the mountain apart. Then there was complete silence. And that is when Elijah pulled his cloak over his face and stepped toward the cave's opening. The question was asked again, "What are you doing here, Elijah?" To which Elijah repeated his previous answer. There was nothing more to add, and no additional dialogue occurred. He was then told to return the way he came, and he was given 3 tasks, but he was unable to complete them. You see, Elijah was unaware that he was not alone. They were still 7,000 faithful individuals who were zealous for the Lord.